Hi, thanks for joining me today and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Alison and I am here to give an update on my Wegovy journey. So today's update will be from weeks 21 to week 24. Uh, when we're going into week 21, this is coming off my annual leave, so my holiday break where I went on a cruise and we got back. I took some time off from taking it while I was off, and when we got back, I decided to take an extra week. So the week 21 is from the 29th of January to the 4th of February. And that was my second 1 milligram dose of Wegovy. But remembering that there was a 3 week gap. So before we went away, I had a 1 milligram injection, and then there was the 3 week gap and I took the second 1 milligram dose. I did have quite uh, bad nausea the first week that I took the 1 milligram, and I experienced the same thing when, for that second dose. And I think having the gap didn't help at all because my body had had a little bit of a break from it. Obviously, I'm only guessing, I'm not a health expert, but that's what I'm thinking. Or maybe even if I had have taken it again straight away, I could have still experienced the nausea. So that was week 21. Now to do with my weight, because I'd been on my break and I didn't really worry about getting on the scales for that week at all. I wanted to return and I guess just get back into my normal routine of work and normal meals and not treating myself, like you do when you are on holidays. So pretty much there's not a lot other than my nausea because of the 1 milligram. There's not a lot to update you on. So then we will go into week 22, which was from Wednesday, the 5th of February until Tuesday, the 11th of February. My starting weight, which I've used from before I went away because that was the last time that I weighed, my starting weight was 75.9 kilos. And then when we come back this week, when I started, weighing myself again, I still must have been just a little bit like, oh, whatever, like I'm just getting back into routine. So I didn't actually, because usually I will weigh in, the day of my injection and the day after. So I have, a couple of different amounts for my weight to watch what's happening. But I actually didn't. I have my starting weight for 75.9, and then I only weighed on the 7th of February, which was halfway through that week. And that was 76.9. So it's actually up a kilo. Maybe that's why I didn't weigh in again because I went up and I was too scared. So I didn't then weigh in until the next week, which goes into week 23. Uh, so the week where I didn't really do very well with my weigh-ins, that was my third week of being on the 1 milligram dose. So then we go into week 23. We've got week 23 is from Wednesday, the 12th of February until, before I tell you that date. Okay, so basically, how I was talking about my nausea, it continued. It has continued each of these weeks on the 1 milligram, and I had to make some sort of change because my injection is on a Wednesday evening, and like a lot of us, I work, and I just did not like the fact that I felt unwell when I'm trying to work on the Thursday and the Friday, especially. Usually, sort of by the weekend, I am starting to feel a little bit better, still around, but the Thursday and Friday are the worst. So I actually made the decision to move my injection day to the Friday so that if I feel unwell, it'll be on the weekend, which is not great for the weekend, but better than interrupting work or making me feel unwell, having to work through feeling like that. So the week 23, even though it starts on the Wednesday, the 12th of February, it actually goes all the way through to the Thursday, the 20th of February, because I did move the injection and push it back a couple of days. So we did that. What else is on there that I need to catch you up on? moved that. So my last weigh in from the 7th of February was the 76.9 kilos. My ending weight was 75.5, and that was a loss of 1.4 kilos. So even though the week before was like I'd gained a kilo, I lost more than a kilo. So that was good. It really felt like I was back on track. I'd gotten back into my routine after being away and returning to work, and I lost 1.4. So that brought my total weight loss to 10.6 kilos, which was one of the best moments ever because I reached my 10 kilogram goal, which, holy doolies. I, honest to God, I've said this before, but honest to God, 10 kilos, me losing 10 kilos was something that I never, ever, ever thought that I would achieve. And I always would say that if I could just lose 10 kilos, I'd be happy if I could just lose 10 kilos. And, I know that it's a really popular medication and you see it everywhere and celebrities are taking it and it's everywhere. It's very popular, and so you know that it works, or not for everyone, of course, but the majority of people it's working for. But I still wasn't convinced. I had, like, I'm sure a lot of my audience and people listening felt the same, that, oh, here we go, another thing that I'm going to try, and it'll last, max of 12 weeks, and then I'll be back to where I was, and I will have put more weight on in the end. So I used to always say, if I could just lose 10 kilos, I would be so happy. And I bloody well am and was. 10 kilos, freaking best thing ever. So at that point, obviously, I wasn't going to stop. I'm not just going to go, okay, I've reached the 10 kilos, let's hop off. But I felt so amazing within myself that I had reached that. And I really, at this point in the 10 kilos, with my clothes and how I'm feeling in myself, I feel so much better. I obviously am lighter, but I feel lighter on my feet. I feel, like I can move around and use my body so much better, and it's the best thing. And I made the comment to, who did I say it to? I think I said it to my mom, and I might have said it to a friend. Yes, I did. I said it to a friend. Okay, so don't laugh at me, but I actually said to her, I feel like a skinny bitch. And I do. I don't care because you know what? I've been this weight before, probably 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter when it was, but I have been this weight before, and I thought I was fat, and I thought I was overweight, and I wasn't happy with myself. Well, guess what? I am happy with myself. I would be happy to hop off the medication right now, and I would be the happiest person in the world. I feel amazing, and I am not going to lose this weight and be in that circumstance where, oh, I still am fat. I still need to lose more weight. Yes, of course, to be in a healthy BMI, I need to lose, gosh, it'd be probably, I'd have to look it up, but it'd be like another 20 kilos. It's something ridiculous. So I'm not going to let that dictate how I feel in myself. I have done that for my whole life, and it's time to be happy with exactly where I am as I go along the journey. I'm going to be happy, and I think it's really important if there's anyone out there, and I'm sure that there's people that feel the same as me, where we have beat ourselves up all our lives, where we have been trying to reach something unattainable or something that is unrealistic, especially in my circumstance. And everybody is very different, but I, when I was growing up, I wasn't super overweight. I was small. I'm talking about when I was in, say, high school, early 20s. Would have been size 8, size 10, and I slowly put my weight on between, well, over all of those years until now. I'm 47, and it didn't matter, even as I slowly crept up in weight. even when I was still probably, in the 60 kilos. And again, remembering I'm short because my weight when I was, before I had kids and when I was younger, I was 55 kilos. That was my healthy weight range. And I loved food. I've always eaten a lot of food. So, I wasn't doing anything silly with my weight. That was just my weight. But it didn't matter. Even when I was that weight, I didn't think that I shouldn't even use the word skinny, but I didn't think I was a healthy weight. And it's just, I'm done with that. I'm done with feeling like that. I am happy with where I am now. And I've raved on enough, as I always do. My point being that I've reached my 10 kilos. I'm super happy. If that's all I lose, I am tick that box. I'm happy. It's better for my heart. I can move around better. My clothes feel amazing. Well, my clothes are too big. I need to buy new clothes, but I'm trying to save money, so that'll have to wait. But I am going to hang in there because I do want to keep losing a little bit more weight because I know it's probably very realistic that I will put a little bit of weight on when I hop off the medication. So that's where I'm at. So now we'll get on to week 24. So week 24 was Friday the 21st of February through until Thursday the 27th of February. So from the week previous, my starting weight was 75.5 kilograms and my ending weight was 75. So I lost another half kilo. So I went above 11 kilo loss. So I went to 11.1 kilos. Again, super ecstatic. So happy that I was like edging away from the 10 kilos so that I wouldn't pop down back into the 9 kilo loss. I'm moving away from that 10 kilos so that I can hold on to that forever, that I'd lost my 10 kilos. So I was very happy. Now my nausea still continued. So even though, like I said, I had moved my injections to being on a Friday evening, I still was not feeling well. So I reached out to the doctors and got a script for some anti-nausea medication. Husband walking by, and I wanted to show you what they gave me as the script. So it's called, I'm not going to probably say this correctly, but it's called ondansetron, 8 milligrams. So I will show you. Let's make sure that you can see it clearly. And it looks like this. You can see I've used one of them from there. So they're like really tiny, like a little tiny thing. And you put it, I think it's under your tongue, on your tongue, under your tongue, whatever it is, and it disintegrates and it works very quickly. So as you can see, that it comes in a pack of 8, and I've got 5 there, and I think I've got still a couple in my bag. I'm trying not to use them overly unless I really feel unwell, and especially if we're away for something. We've got the races coming up, and I wanted to make sure that, because we're going to be in Sydney, that I have something if I need it. But anyway, that's my update. So that's week 21 to week 24. A really great, set of weeks. Meeting my 10 kilo goal, which was my mega goal, and moving onwards and upwards to above 11 kilos of weight loss. So thank you again. I really appreciate you coming in and tuning in for my updates, and I look forward to catching you up on my next one. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.